3 songs for you today. Let's poop on it. First song I've got for you is Gun Street Girl by the legendary Tom Waits off of his 1985 album, Rain Dogs. Tom Waits, an utterly unique voice in music. I think Rain Dogs is his magnum opus. It's the most polished example of his mastery of this sound, and Gun Street Girl is just the perfect way to illustrate that. This is Tom Waits taking you down the back of a cigarette-filled alleyway with a bottle of half-finished whiskey and prostitutes on the corner, and you're just fucking dirty. First of all, the groove that he's got going in this thing is great. The off-kilter bounce that's bolstered by these percussion choices, this clanging of like a railroad nail or a railroad track with a hammer or something, and then a bunch of other little percussion elements in the back. It just feels mechanical in the grimiest way. And of course, that's supported by his gravelly voice. He just takes you to this place that no other musician can do. He hits you with these wonderful lyrics that give you the sense of like just a drifter passing through, getting what he can, where he can. This bought a secondhand Nova from a Cuban Chinese, dyed his hair in the bathroom of a Texaco. You know, just this. It's just so absurd and wonderful and fantastical, but dark and mud dirt covered beauty. The whole magic really is in the full atmosphere that he's been able to conjure here, and I can't do it any justice by talking about it. Just listen to it. Great song. Next song I have for you is called Game Tapes. It's from New Orleans rapper Currency off of his 2016 album Stoned on Ocean, which I just love that title. It makes me think of like a caveman chilling, smoking a blunt in his boat. Stoned on Ocean. This track uses 808s really wonderfully because it uses them as a tool and not as the focal point of the track. It just uses the classic sort of slappy 808 sound of those snares and kicks to bolster the overall mood of this track, which could survive with or without 808s, but I just really like the aesthetic choice of the 808s here. You add that to the laid-back swagger of Currency's delivery here, just talking about hustling and making money and getting more, and that's what life's about. And it's just a great track. He's also got an enormous amount of vocal doubling and layering happening underneath the main lyrics, where he's just repeating little phrases and little motifs, and it helps to give the whole track a depth and a body that it wouldn't really have otherwise had without it. Also, the bass that's sitting underneath the 808s and the instrumentals is just really thick and meaty, and just gives you this big wave to ride on as he's just pooping through it. It's great. Game Tapes. Check it on out. The last song I'm going to leave you with, we're going to settle it down on a nice quiet note with Bonnie Raitt's Thank You from her self-titled debut, Bonnie Raitt. This album was released in 1971. It's really good, and this song to me is the gem of the album. Actually, there's a wonderful story about. The liner notes say, this music was made at an empty summer camp on Enchanted Island, about 30 miles west of Minneapolis on Lake Minnetonka. In between ping pong and fishing, we recorded in a wood frame garage with Dave and Sylvia working the equipment from a loft above us. We recorded live on 4 tracks because we wanted a more spontaneous and natural feeling in the music, a feeling often sacrificed when the musicians know they can overdub their part on a separate track until it's perfect. It also reflects the difference between music made among friends living together in the country and the kind squeezed out trying to beat city traffic and studio clocks. And really, that is very much descriptive of the album as a whole. The whole thing just has this air of pleasure and laziness and also immediacy, and it's all illustrated really in the best way. And this track, Thank You, is so sweet. Bonnie Raitt just comes through with these lovely little vocal phrasings that really complement the da da da, just the sweet little chugging along of the instrumentals. Man, it's just a good, wholesome little song about love. There's a wonderful horn section right in the middle that is understated, casual, but just exactly what it needs to be. Simple instrumentation, guitar, piano, horns, drums. It just nothing crazy, but that's perfect. And I love this song. Okay, that's it. That's going to do it for this week. I hope you all find something in here that you like. As always, I'm trying to give you a good spread of musical stylings and genres in the hopes that you'll find something in there. Stay tuned. Something coming next week, of course. I'm probably going to put something else out tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's talk about the songs in the comments, as always. I love pooping on it with you guys down there. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.